What's up, guys? Joel Vallie from Media Glitch here, and it's the video. It's that time of year, and I'm not alone. Radical Reggie. Boom. I'll never get that pointing thing right, ever. Radical Reggie's here, and we do this every year. I don't know how long we've been doing it, 5, 6 years, something like that. Maybe
2017.
more.
2017. Yeah.
Since when?
2017.
Yeah. So we do our top 5. We've done top 5. We've done top 10. We've been doing top 5 in the last couple years, but we're gonna treat you guys with a top 10 list of what our favorite games of 2024. Now, if you know anything about Radical Reggie and I...
Wait, you mean 2023?
23, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're not 24 yet, man. We're almost there. Not yet.
I'm jumping the gun already, huh? I'm already looking forward to next year. No, but and if you know about our gaming styles, some AAAs, but a lot of indies a lot of times come out here. And I think I have a fair share of both on this list this time. So
okay. Cool.
But yeah, top 10, here we go. All right, but before we get started, let us know what your top 10 games are of this year. We want to know. We read all the comments, so put it down there. We want to know, what are you playing? What was the best game? It's got to come out. Had to come out this year, though. Had to come out this year, at least physical, because I know Reggie had some physical games on here. I don't want to spoil it. Let's get to the list. 2023, Reggie, I want you to kick it off. What is your number 10 game?
So got it right here. Actually, this game surprised me with its release. I did not think it was coming out. It was in limbo for almost 10 years, but we got Dead Island 2 here. Dead Island. We actually played the first one on live streams before. We had fun a little bit before, got a little sick.
Before I almost threw up, because I can't play first-person shooters very long. You can't get out because you're... All right. Reggie, you stay right here. I'm going to go get a truck. I'm going to get you out.
All right.
Hey, look at me. John, look at me. John, look at me. We got to get Reggie, okay?
That look is so weird.
Okay, ready? Go. You gotta drive fast.
Yeah, might be. Almost there. Wait, no.
He's on the wrong side of the
road. Man, we might have to shut this one off then, man. You're feeling sick. So we can play Vermintide, Streets of Rage.
Yeah. I'm spaghetti.
All right, Joel. Well, that's enough of this game. Then I'm gonna just save and we'll figure out something else.
It? Oh my gosh.
It automatically saves as we do quests.
Yeah, I feel you. Motion sickness is one of those things that it takes a minute to go away. It doesn't just stop.
I'm on a stream. If I throw up on a stream.
That'd be hilarious, dude.
Look at my face.
That would.
It's all red.
Hit Alt Z.
Stream, I'll be back.
All right,
Check
man.
some stuff out, man.
I'll be back.
Take some Pepto.
Or maybe you just try to maybe you have to sit on the royal throne, man.
Yeah.
Right. But Dead Island 2, man, just really blows the first game out of the water. I was really impressed with it. And the whole being in Beverly Hills this time was just amazing how the environments look, even though a lot of stuff was trash because there's a pretty much an event going on. But it was, I don't know, man, even the characters themselves were really cool. Likable characters. It was just really impressive, I would say. And it just... I don't know, man. I feel like this game is like it's unreal because it shouldn't have existed, because I never thought it was going to come out. So big surprise, this game coming out. I had a lot of fun playing it. I beat the game recently. They have some DLC for it. I think the DLC was like $14. It's like, no way. I'll wait till it becomes $5 before I play it. But I had a good time playing this game all the way to the end. And I even had some people online join me as well, which made it even funner. Playing this game co-op, amazing. Playing it solo is fun too, but the more people you have, the more fun it is. So definitely, I would say people should keep this one on their radar. It's a great game.
So Dead Island 2, awesome.
Yep.
Well, my number 10, and it's only number 10 because I just started playing it, and I'm not too far, but I'm already there's been several jaw-dropping moments, and that's Sea of Stars. I just started. It might be higher in the list later. Again, I haven't finished. I just started, but I was so impressed so far. There's a bunch of story in the beginning. It takes a little bit to get going into, but even the story in that in itself was fun for me, and I found it interesting, and I was hooked right away. And just to get that old JRPG feeling again, the way they did everything, the combat system, everything hits good on this game, and so I highly recommend it, especially if you love that old school retro JRPG feel. This is the one for you for sure.
Did you already beat the game?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's number 10, because I just started the game.
Oh, so no, they have I don't know, the YouTuber Gerard, the completionist. He's actually in the game. So I was wondering if you had got to the part where he's at in the game yet.
No, nothing like that. I just started it like what would I say? Me and my son started playing it. We're about 2 hours in, 3 hours in.
Okay.
Maybe more, but I was just like, this is it. I can tell. You know how you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel something.
I get it. You felt like that nostalgic feeling, like you're playing an epic game, like you're about to get into something epic. Yeah. I get you. Okay,
and you know, maybe when I'm done, maybe it would have been number 1, but I can't give it number 1 because I haven't given it enough time yet. You know, so. But it's just something I started playing. You know, because now I'm on vacation. I had a little bit of time. Popped it in. Oh wait, this is something special. And I love the Messenger. It's the same people who make that. So I feel like it should probably be a pretty good game in the end. So.
Okay.
All right, Reggie. So what's your number 9 here?
My number 9 is a game we all played together a few months back, and a game I've been talking about with you guys for a long time. It's one of John's favorite series out there. This is Remnant Part 2. Man, dude, I know we only got to play this game briefly, man, but it was so much fun, like teaming up with you guys and like just kind of going through the levels and everything like that. Because pretty much with Remnant 2, you go through these different like dimensions, these different worlds, and there's like a medieval world, there's like a trashed up world, like a apocalyptic world or whatever. And it's very, I don't know, just like it just has a lot of stuff going for it. Futuristic worlds you go to, and you're just trying to like fight and contain items. It's just an amazing experience, I would say. I don't know if you got to it yet, Joel, but I think you played with us too.
Yeah, we played. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I think it's a great game, man, and I think it's the hidden gem of the year.
For sure, it is hidden gem.
Yes. Yeah, because nobody really talked about it. They didn't really promote it as much as they could have. You know, I understand promotion takes a lot of money, but still, for something like this, man, this game's amazing, and I think it's slowly. People are like coming to find this game, so it's definitely like the hidden gem of the year. So that is my number 9.
Nice. Well, my number 9 is a and as you know, Reggie, I play a lot digital. You play physical. I'm kind of done with physical when we got to PS5. Some things I buy physical that I know I'm going to keep, but other things, if it's just a title that I'm going to play, I'll get it on the cheap. And I played a game that I didn't even know it was a TV show, and it's called The Expanse, and it was Telltale. Is that how you say it? Telltale?
Yeah, you got it.
Their comeback, right after, being gone for a while. I don't know the story. Maybe you know, Reggie. They sold off the company. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
They went bankrupt. They had somebody
so they sold the company off to the bank. They went bankrupt, and they come back, and honestly, I felt like it just felt so good. It felt polished. It felt well done. The choices were more than I could have imagined, more than like The Walking Dead per se, or other series in their past. And the only thing is, I wish it would. They always release these things seasonal, and I just wish that it was all one story, because I have to just wait for the next one and wait for the next one, wait for the next one. But I didn't even know about the show. I'm not going to watch the show, if I be honest with you, but I really liked the story that they were telling, and it felt really, really good. So that came in at my number 9.
Okay. My number 8 here is a shoot 'em up. It actually came out years ago, but it got re-released this year as a physical. And this is Trouble Witches for the PS4 and the Switch. I think it's called Trouble Witches Final. They changed the names up for them. Yeah, Trouble Witches Final something, episode 1. But anyways, this is a great horizontal shooter. It reminds me of a kind of a game like Magical Chase. If any of you remembers that game, but it's just more advanced, you know, because you go to during the levels, you actually go to the store to get upgrades during the level, and you can do like change things up. It's really a lot of fun, lots of crazy action, great looking levels. This game is just a lot of fun, and I feel like not a lot of people know about it because it got released in America on the Xbox 360, Xbox Live, but still didn't really get popular from that. And what's crazy about that version is that version is 2 players. These ones are not. These are actually 1 player. That still doesn't take away the fun of the game because a lot of people weren't playing like co-op anyways on this game. But still, this is my number 8. Very good shooter. Definitely people should check it out.
All right, bonus question for you.
Sure.
What is the greatest shmup of all time? And it's just there's no right or wrong answer. It's the Reggie answer for everyone. We're giving them a little bonus. What is Reggie's favorite shmup?
Ooh, all time or ever? Jesus, this is a tough one. I'm kind of stumped, but I would. You know what? I'm gonna be daring here, and I'm gonna. It's gonna be my next choice, my next item that I'm gonna
Get
show
out
off.
of here.
I'm gonna go with it.
All right.
People who watch our videos will know why know about this game.
We'll have to wait then. You'll have to wait for the Reggie answer here. So
I can give it now. I can give it now if you want.
No, I'll move on to my 8. Let's keep them waiting.
All
right. So my number 8, I have physical because I buy all this game in the series physical. But it's only in Japan. You can only get it in Japan, and that's Infinity Strash. Oops, let me blow up my camera here. So Dragon Quest, Infinity Strash, The Adventures of Dai. If you look behind me, let's see if I can point at it. Right there where the tip of the thing. Those are the mangas that have come out in America. Of course, there's the anime of it, and there's, you know, the Japanese mangas. And I've been a fan for a long time, long before they were releasing them here in America. So when this hit, I had to have it. And basically, if you've never seen the anime or you've never read the manga, it's all right here. So that being said, that's probably one of its biggest, as a game, defaults is because there's so much story. There's cutscenes in this thing that are like 10, 15 minutes long. And but when you do get to the action, I have fun. It's very hit or miss for a lot of people. But if you're a Dragon Quest fan, I mean, it's a beautiful game. And especially if you like the Adventure of Dai, you like that storyline, it's all in here. Complete package. And so that's my, what are we at? Number 8. It's my number 8 right there. So.
The next one here, and the answer to that question, because this one's going to go a little bit later, but now if you ask me that question, it's going to go next. Drainus for the Switch. Drainus is an awesome horizontal shooter.
I don't even know what it is. Never heard of it.
I did a video on it. Man, this game, like, really, I don't know. I love everything about this game when I played it. The story, the characters, the gameplay. But pretty much in this game, you absorb enemies' attacks and you can use them against them, plus your own weapons as well. You get upgrades and things like that, but the game just has so much stuff going for it. Like, just it really pumps you up from start to finish. Like the first level, you're trying to escape a planet because the enemies that are after you are going to destroy the planet to get to you. So you're leaving the planet getting chased, and then once you get to like outer space, you can see the planet in the background, and they just blast it. You see the whole planet explode. It's like stuff like that is going on in this game, and it's just so fast paced and just fun. It's like, dude, like you want to like keep playing it, get better and better, play it on hard. It's a great game, and that is my choice for one of the greatest shoot 'em ups of all time. I know it's controversial, but you know, Joel put me on the spot, so you gotta blame him if you don't like my answer. Blame Joel.
I've never played it, so I can't say if it's worthy of that spot.
Yeah, but you guys will let us know in the comments. But that is my.
Would you say it's better than R-Type?
Yes.
It's better than Forgotten Worlds. It's better than.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm trying to think 100%. Of shmups at the moment.
Yeah, there's so many of them. It's hard to think of. Like Cotton. What else is there? Trouble Witches, which I just mentioned. It's one of the top ones, man. I'm sorry.
What's that one we play on the Neo Geo?
You're thinking about
Twinkle. Stars.
Twinkle Star Sprites.
Yeah, Twinkle Star Sprites. That's a good versus shmup right there.
It's a good one, yeah. It's a good one, but this one just has more. That one's more competition type. This one's more, just it's something else, man. It's out of this world,
Right.
literally.
So my number coming in at number
We don't have the
number
we don't have to
7
say numbers. But
is and I have it digitally. So and that is Wild Hearts. Wild Hearts was an early year release. Came out earlier in the year, so a lot of people probably don't even remember. But it's a very Monster Hunter clone. But I think it's really, really well done. I felt like the controls were good. The action was good. I felt like it's a little more forgiving than Monster Hunter, fighting the monsters. Okay storyline. Again, I'm just like, let's get to the next fight. But the graphics were okay. I think at launch it had some issues, but with some patches, it's running really well now. So if you like Monster Hunter games, type of games, this one is definitely one you should check out. Worth every penny, and you can probably get it for pretty cheap nowadays. So, but it's definitely worth a look. So that's my number 7.
right on, bro. Right on. Heck yeah. So next one for me is another game I played recently. I loved it. I thought it was great. It just came out this year for modern consoles. It actually had a 2018-19 release on a system that pretty much didn't exist. But here is Guilt for PlayStation 4. This is a survival horror game where you play as a girl who's looking for her missing friend, and as she's going home, she takes one of those like those monorails, not monorails, but one of those train carts to go back home. But it actually takes her to a warped version of her town where her school is at, and it pretty much looks like Silent Hill, like how everything's all messed up and everything like that. And she's looking for a friend. You find her friend there, but you're trying to like help her, but she keeps running away from you. And there's these monsters there that are stalking you. Like they have these marionette dolls, so like try to track you. And all you have is a flashlight, and all you can do is really like kind of hide. You do have ways to attack your enemies later in the game, but it's very creepy. And I thought it was actually a pretty cool survival horror game that a lot of people won't know about. So I actually did a video about it because I liked it that much. So I would say Guilt is my choice.
Nice. Excellent. All right. My number 6 is a game that we've all played on the stream. 4-player, fun times. And that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Coming in at number 6. Had a really good... Still, I'm having some fun times. The biggest problem with this thing when it came out was you had to have someone play Leatherface when you started the game. So a lot of times people didn't want to play Leatherface. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Leatherface is a good killer. But I think people would just wanted to play the cook, or they wanted to play Sissy, or they wanted to play something like that. Well, they have fixed that now. And so now, you can start a match without needing Leatherface. They got a new killer. They got a new survivor. They've really balanced the game out a lot to make it more fun. And but it was still fun, even when Reggie was hanging me out to dry and had me killed.
Out there,
you any heals for me?
No heals, but I got a dance for you. There we go.
The two-step.
Come on, you damn sawyers, come here.
Let me know if they come. I'm gonna go get some heal.
Okay.
Dude, I am recording all of this. I am going to make a TikTok of my own tomorrow.
This is actually a creepy view of me going to their house though at night.
They're back.
Look out how. Oh shit! Joel, Sissy is here, but we're okay. She's no threat.
What do you mean she's no threat, dude?
I can't see her.
No
Right? She's a killer, Reggie.
She's no threat to me. She's not gonna get me. She already knows what's going on.
What do you mean you didn't? Damn it, Reggie! Why didn't you tell me she was right there? What do you mean she's no threat?
Reggie's
Reggie,
looking for
you
the other team to
killed me
win
again,
today.
Reggie.
I'm sorry, Joe.
I said be on the lookout. What does that
I told
mean?
you she was coming.
What does that mean, Reggie? Be on the lookout. He's gonna tell me Sissy's here when she's right by the dang exit.
Reggie set you up, Joel.
Come on, Reggie. Still had a good time.
Who's the new killer?
Oh gosh, it's the ant lady with the T, I believe. I'm trying to remember exactly what her name is, but I forget.
Okay.
And then just another survivor, and survivors are never part of the thing. So.
Right. Okay.
All right,
Cool.
Coming in number 5. Here we go. What do you got for us?
I should have did this one before, but this is actually Street Fighter 6 is my next choice. Street Fighter 6, I thought overall, even though they're just still doing that season pass crap that I don't like, they had a good roster of characters, but the level design work. I mean, when I talk about level design, I'm talking about like the hub that you go to online. If you guys remember PlayStation Home, how it was, you create your avatar and you go around, you can kind of greet people and do activities together. Well, they did the same thing in Street Fighter 6, where you go to like this hub where you could play against people in the arcade and everything. Plus, you could play old arcade classics from Capcom, and they randomly change them out, which is nice. But Street Fighter 6 as a game itself, I thought it was pretty solid. I had a good feel for the characters. I had a lot of fun. I had some great battles online. I'm still somewhat competitive, I think, online. I didn't get beat up too hard. I was still winning some matches, thankfully. But definitely my next choice, because my current choice, because this one was a lot of fun. It reminded me of Street Fighter 4, how much fun I had when that came out. Street Fighter 5 kind of put a bad taste in people's mouths, but Street Fighter 6 more than made up for it. So that is my choice.
Excellent. So my number 5 is a little indie game that's reminds you of like Mega Man, Ninja Gaiden, that style, that feel, with great graphics, great music, and that game is called Bat Boy. And if you haven't played Bat Boy, you gotta do yourself a favor. You gotta check that game out because it's so well done. The music's great, the graphics great, the story's fun, the dialogue's fun, the bosses are fun, and they just take old school gaming, Nintendo style gaming, to another level. And that's what I really liked about it. And there's a lot to be said, and I probably should have done a review of it, but hey, it made the top 10 list. Not only that, it made the top 5. If we had only done a top 5 list, it would have been on there. And so it is an awesome game. You have to play it if you haven't, especially if you're a retro fan. And you don't want to miss it. It is excellent.
Right on, man. Right on. My next choice here is going to be a game probably a lot of people don't know about, but it only got a physical release on the Evercade, and that is Full Void for the Evercade. Full Void, whoo, man. When I saw commercials of this game, I took interest in it immediately, but I didn't know how much I was going to like it until I started playing it. I played this game, and I beat it the same night. That's how hardcore I was playing. I was just going through it. I think it took me about 5 hours because I made a lot of mistakes. Some mistakes it's a trial and error type game. Kind of like if you play games like Out of This World or even Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness is brutally hard. But it's like that. And basically what's going on in this game, the story is you play as a kid. The world's been kind of like taken over by robots, and they have people pretty much droned up. So they have like these devices attached to people's head, keeping them indoctrinated and things like that. There's one person that is not indoctrinated, and they're chasing you throughout the game. So it's just really exciting. There's cool puzzles, good, like just enemies chasing you. It has an eeriness to it as well. But the best thing about it is it gives you that drive to keep playing, and that's what I did all the way to the end. So amazing game. It is available on modern consoles as well. You can download it, but you want that physical, you got to get it on Evercade. So definitely my choice.
All right, so for my number four, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So for my number 4, I think it's going to be a bit controversial because people love the game or they hate the game. But I'm going to do it anyway. And it's let's go big here. Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, right.
Yes. And so this game, honestly, I love it. I thought it had some of the greatest cutscenes too that I've ever seen in gaming. I love the combat. I love the grind. I loved everything about it. I think it's man, you know, I think it's better than 15 by a long shot. And I love
You got a platinum on that one.
and I love 15 too. So, but this one is a great time. If you love Final Fantasy, you love RPGs, you should check it out. Action RPGs, you know, Final Fantasy has definitely switched over from the turn-based Final Fantasies that they were to action RPG. But
Right.
I'll tell you what, it's really awesome. It's a really fun time. I know it didn't do too well sales-wise from what I hear. But it's a shame because it's a great RPG. So that's my number 4.
Right on. Okay. Next up for me is a game that will be familiar to people who like games like Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear itself. Those are great games, but this one is a bit different. This one is kind of unmetal. This is unmetal for the PlayStation 4 system. And dude, this game is hilarious, man. The dialogue in this game itself it'll crack you up. Now, you play as a character named Jesse Fox who gets pretty much arrested in the beginning of the game. Well, he's actually telling a story. You know, he gets arrested for a crime he didn't commit, literally. And basically, it's just like old school Metal Gear. You break out of the prison, you're trying to find out what's going on. You hide, you outsmart enemies, and you fight bosses. But the dialogue itself is going to really like cracks people up. It's hilarious because pretty much he's narrating the game, and like stuff appears as he talks about it, or it'll disappear if he makes a mistake in what he talks about. Like there's this one scene where this guy is like, it's hilarious. So you go in the bathroom and they ask you for toilet tissue, and you give him the toilet tissue, and he's like, "Hey man, thanks. You saved my ass, literally." And it's just like, you know, he says it, dude. Like, it just cracks you up. But it's definitely a solid game, no pun intended. But yeah, definitely I would say people should check this one out, man. It's a lot of fun, and it's available on modern consoles. More likely, if you want a physical for it, Switch or PS4. Vita version is hard to find. But anyways, yeah, Unmetal.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't played that one. I'll check that one out for sure.
Yeah, you'll like it.
So coming in at number 3, I have digital as well. The long-awaited. You already showed it, and that's Street Fighter 6. A very, very well polished game all around. Great fighting mechanics, new style. Some may like it, some may not. It's not. I don't think it's my favorite style. You know, I kind of like the old school, you know, Alpha or you know, that kind of style. But it's still a beautiful game through and through. Well polished, released. It's just awesome. Story mode's okay. It's not, you know, it's a lot of running around. It's not the best thing. But what's good is the mechanics, the fighting system, pretty balanced right from the get-go. I mean, they've been balancing as it goes, but you know, not glitchy or nothing like that. Really well done, really well put together, and fun. It's just fun. So, and look forward to playing more. That'll be one that'll be played for the next 5 or 6 years. You know, so it was a great year for fighting games in general. So, and so that's my number 3.
I have a feeling I know what your number 1 is going to be, but we'll get to that. My next one here is another game I talked about. I didn't want this game to get released like it was. You know, I wanted the company to work on another game instead. But the work they put into this was actually pretty impressive. And now that I got the DLC for the game, it actually feels like more of a complete package. And that game is Resident Evil 4 Remake. Yeah, so Resident Evil 4, you know, is a game that a lot of people, that's their favorite Resident Evil. So I didn't really feel like it needed to be made. It's not my favorite Resident Evil, but I thought it was a great game. But they decided to remake it, and they did such a good job that it is actually better than the original. You know, I was very impressed with it. I had a lot of fun with this one. It had some moments in there that are kind of trippy, but I love in the new Resident Evil games that you can move around really good. You know what I mean? You're not stiff like you were in the older games, I would say. So the biggest problem with the original Resident Evil 4 was that your character's pretty stiff. Obviously, it's still tank controls, even though it's like an over-shoulder view. but this one just plays a lot better, man. So definitely the controls was the biggest thing that they fixed in this one that made it improve over the original game. So definitely my choice, Resident Evil 4. And also, real fast, UPS is about to knock on the door, so if you hear a knock, that's them. So
Right on. All right.
I got my camera here so I can see.
All right. So, you think you know my number one, huh?
I'm pretty sure I know it.
What do you think it would be?
It's gonna be Mortal Kombat.
You're wrong, because Mortal Kombat's my number 2. My number 2. And so Mortal Kombat 1 is a great game. If I'm being honest, Street Fighter 6 is a more polished game. Less glitches, more how do I say it? Less glitches. Street Fighter 6 has a better balance. The fighters are more balanced. But Mortal Kombat 1 story mode is great. I feel like hopefully if they get it right, it'll start to balance. They'll start to balance out some of these guys. Oh, but Street Fighter 6 wins hands down with online. But right now I'm not playing too much online with Mortal Kombat. I'm more in the lab, or I'm playing, or I was playing the story mode and stuff. But when I do get online, it is so frustrating. That's the thing that hurts it the most, is the online was so bad. With this last update, I believe on Thursday, finally you can separate the Wi-Fi players from the plugged in the LAN cable players, and so that made a huge difference. So Mortal Kombat 1 is catching up, and that's why it's my number 2. It's crazy that it's not my number 1, because I think everyone who watches my channel would think that would be number 1, just like you did. But I have a different number 1, and so we'll get to that here in a minute. So that's my number 2 is Mortal Kombat 1.
My number 1 is something you guys expected, I'm pretty sure. Those of you guys that watch the channel, you had to know this was number 1, and that is Star Ocean, the second story R for the PlayStation 4 system. I beat this game. I got my platinum on it. I played this game over the years, the original to the PSP version, and now this version of the game. This is definitely the definitive version of the game. The PSP one was well received too, but not a lot of people played that game. The PSP had a kind of like, I'm not trying to say it had a low base or whatever like that. It had a pretty good base for portable, but still a lot of people didn't play this game. And the voice acting for English and everything was just well done on this one. The added features to this one are amazing. They have this perk called Bodyguard, pretty much, and basically instead of you getting into a random battle with monsters on the screen, your party members would just go and kill them real fast, and you'll get the same experience that you would if you fought them. So less time. So as long as you're more powerful than the enemies, though, of course, but still it all adds up, which is nice. If your crew is like all together are really powerful, you can just knock out enemies so easy. But I got every trophy on the game. It was an amazing experience. I played this game so many times over the years, and I thought that this time would just be the same, but it was even better than I could imagine. And I can't wait to do a review on this game, because a review is coming. But Star Ocean's Second Story R is my choice. Stay tuned for a video for that one. That's my number 1.
So is this a remake or a remaster?
I would say it's a remaster, because they added new sprites to the characters. The environments are like 3D now, so it's not too it's a remake.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know much. I never played the other ones, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 1. You don't know what it is?
Mortal Kombat.
You already said that.
Again, like you're gonna put it up again. Like this is my number 1 as well.
It's not. It's actually one that.
Should I know what it is though?
It's on your list.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it is.
But for me, it's number 1, and that is Remnant 2.
Wow.
Remnant 2 is such an amazing game. Like you said, it's like the hidden gem, right? That no one knows about. Mm-hmm. And we played, Reggie and I on our Saturday night streams over on my Twitch channel. We played Remnant 1, and we had some good times. And but going from 1 to 2, it's night and day. It's such a, they just fixed everything that we complained about, and the action, the combat, the controls feel so good in this game. And there's such a diverse, like the worlds are so different, each one that you go into, whether you're fighting vampires in one stage or robots in another. It just, they keep it fresh and keep it coming, and it's so good, and it's so much fun. The only downside is it's only 3 players. So, you know, when we stream, there's usually 4 of us, so one has to sit out or something like that. But like, for the if you know, and you know, it's randomly generated. So if you have, you know, if you might start on one level different than I start on a level. You know, your starting points might be different, but it's really, really, really well done. And I wish more people played this game because it's so good. And it's a game I had the most fun with this year. So Remnant 2 actually is my #1 this year. It's crazy. Seems wild, but even when I was playing, I was like, I think this is gonna be my game of the year because it was so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. You chose that one. You know, I was introduced. I think we all were introduced to Remnant because John had showed it to us.
Yeah.
And every time I don't know why. Every time I see the cover of Remnant from the Ashes, I like the first game. That's John's face on there because he recommended the game to us. So it's always every time I see Remnant, I always think about John. But it's like you're right, dude. That's a great choice for #1, and just had a great time playing it. I just wish it was 4 players though. We could all get into it together. I hate that it's only 3.
For sure. So, well, Reggie, that wraps up our top 10.
Yeah, games of the year.
Were you happy with the games that came out this year?
Yes, I was. I mean, we got Resident Evil 4, we got Dead Island 2. I was very happy with the choices. There wasn't that many that really stuck out to me like usually over the years, but because the choices I had for this video were pretty much all I had. Like I didn't really have any other choices besides these ones.
There's a lot of other AAA games that came out. Like, we don't have Zelda on our list. We don't have
no, I haven't played it. Yeah,
some of these other big games, and it's just you can't play everything.
Right.
So I play what I like, rather than I'm playing what everyone else is playing, and that's how it's always been for me, and I think for you as well. Like the whole world can be talking about this game, and me and Reggie are out playing Dead by Daylight. You know, it's like, you know.
Speaking of Dead by Daylight, I'm glad you mentioned that. So before we go, folks, I'm hoping to get Joel on a quick match while we're in the holidays of Dead by Daylight, because that's the best time to play that game.
Some Chucky's out now.
Chucky, he's out now. He got me
killer
in the last game.
For sure. So, all right, guys, that's it for us. Don't forget to check out the Radical one. Radical Reggie over his channel. There'll be a link in the description. Let us know down below what are the games that you think are your top 10 games. We want to know because we read all the comments. We want to know what you have. So let us know down below, and we'll see you on the next one.
There's a valve at the opening of the lungs. If it doesn't close, then it constricts the lungs and compresses the rest of the organs. Now, I want you to feel for his ribs again. A little bit lower, the spot between 2 ribs. Do you feel that? Okay, splash some vodka on it. All right, get the knife.
Can I ask everyone just to stand back a little bit here? Just a little bit further, please. A little bit further. Thank you. What am I doing with the knife?
You're gonna make an incision.
You know what? No.
David, this man's life is at stake.
I can't stab a man.